That's why you wanted me to film that shit, because you knew they were gonna drag me to the back of the that fortress, and they were gonna beat the shit out of me. No wonder they had the microphones. They look like CIA sirens and shit like that. Like Secret Service agents looking at me. You want me to dance on the stage? Huh? Papa Joe? Are you beating my ass with those words? Hello, gamers. It's been a while. It's been exactly 7 days. It's been a long 7 days, because when you're in Vegas, time, it doesn't exist. I felt like I've been there for a month. There's a lot of sinning and festivities all around me in that city, you know?
Okay.
I'm drained. Physically.
Did you have fun?
Literally, mentally, emotionally. Oh, I had fun. I had mad fun. It was probably the funnest EVO I've had, for sure. This is my 7th time in Vegas now. This is my 5th EVO, but 7th time I was there. One was Kumite and the Capcom Cup that they randomly had in Vegas that one year. Remember that?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is my 7th time being there. So, but yeah, hello everybody. I know everybody's been messaging me. Everybody and their mother has been asking me my thoughts and all this jazz, you know. But we will be patient. Be patient, guys. It is episode numero 13. Is it 13 or 14? 13? 13.
It's 13.
13, yes. Yeah. I didn't count last week's because we didn't really finish the episode, and I didn't want to upload it. So we're just going to start over from 13, all right? So this is going to be the post-EVO episode, okay? We're going to talk about Marvel, 2XKO, EVO, my experience, my thoughts, how I performed, top 8, where we go moving forward with the MENA dominance, right, and all that jazz. And then book of the week, Q&As, we conclude. Okay, so we have a nice long 2 hours to enjoy. You guys kick back, relax, and let's get this show on the road, eh? Champ, talk to me.
Yes, sir.
Marvel and 2XKO news. They've made some changes to the game builds at EVO. Not only to those games, but to other games too. Apparently, Invincible is like really smooth and buttery now. I don't know if you heard about that. They added motion inputs too.
Yeah, nobody give a fuck about that one.
I like mentioning that game on purpose because he just gets disgusted. He's gonna buy it. He's still gonna buy it though.
Oh, of course I will.
You're gonna support it.
I fighting game.
Yeah.
I support fighting games.
Right. So I respect that.
Sure. I will support that fighting game, you know. But as far as me playing it for reals though, no. I'll probably play for a day for sure.
Yeah.
Because it's a fighting game that I need to support, you know. But like I don't, it doesn't feel or doesn't look like a fighting like a versus game to me, the Invincible. It has this Mortal Kombat feel to me, where I am not necessarily like a NRS player, you know, I feel.
Okay.
Where I don't necessarily, I used to play Mortal Kombat X, but that's a bit because I really like that one. But this one, the Invincible, I don't think is for me. Plus, I don't think that's gonna be as popular as well.
Yeah, definitely not. Not even fucking close.
It's gonna share the limelight with 2XKO and Marvel Tokon later on. Like so, and it doesn't have that crazy backing as well. Because if you see like the 2XKO, it's impossible for it to fail, right? Because imagine that people making 2XKO owns EVO.
Yeah, true.
And it's backed by Riot. I mean, how the fuck is that not? How is that gonna fail? like it's just hard to fail, right? Plus they have good netcode, so it's hard to fail.
True.
So it's all long term in that one. So it's like it's only gonna succeed. So it might not be like the biggest fucking fighting game like Street Fighter, but it's gonna have some following. Plus it's gonna control the versus like subgenre for a while till Marvel Tokon shows up. And even then, people already invested in that game. So it's gonna be like a household kind of like fighting game that they're, you know, waiting on in the top 8 in a sense, you know. But everybody's fighting for that spot to take over because like the reason why the versus games are like coming out because everybody's trying to. You remember in the Street Fighter 4 days where there's a Street Fighter main event or a Marvel main event, right? It always comes in pair, right? Okay, so and that's like nobody can fuck with that duo, you know. So now everybody is trying to come up with like who's gonna be the successor of Marvel vs. Capcom. Who's gonna be the successor, right? And that's why a bunch of versus games keeps coming out. Because it's not like you're gonna get Tekken out of there. Fuck no. Tekken owns that 3D space.
Right.
Street Fighter, Grounded, owns that Street Fighter main event kind of feel, you know? And you got the anime kind of game, which is like the Guilty Gear, who's always gonna be there, right? But we don't have the versus game. Right.
After Dragon Ball kind of fell to the wayside.
After Dragon Ball, it was done. Right. So now you need a versus game. So that's what everybody's fighting for that spot.
Can I ask your opinion? How come you never like played? I feel like you would have been so godlike at Dragon Ball.
Oh, okay. So the truth is like this. So I was still playing Marvel 3, then MVCI, and then I'm playing Street Fighter 5. Right? And then now I dropped Marvel 3 to play MVCI, and then playing Street Fighter 5. And then I was doing so much media work at that time. And then Dragon Ball showed up. It's kind of hard to play because, like, when I enter tournaments, I enter kind of all of the stuff that I play. It's kind of hard to kind of do that. So that means I have to drop like Street Fighter. But I can never drop Street Fighter. So it's a battle between I have to pick between Street Fighter or DBZ. And that's a battle that will never win. I love Street Fighter, brother. I'm never dropping that shit. I love Street Fighter. Street Fighter is the reason how how I come up with these theories about stuff. This is Street Fighter. And without Street Fighter, I would not been like good in other fighting games.
Wait a minute, but Street Fighter 5 was ass though. You didn't play Street Fighter 5. You stopped playing Street Fighter 5. You stopped playing it, bro.
Yeah, I did. 2018 though.
Yeah, because that game was ass.
Yeah, but the game was done already. I did not want to only play DBZ.
You could have definitely stopped playing Street Fighter for DBZ, bro. That was the perfect time to quit.
But it was like this. You cannot drop Street Fighter 5 and then just play DBZ at that time. When Street Fighter 5 had the Pro Tour, DBZ didn't have no Pro Tour or none of that.
DBZ had a Pro Tour the first season.
Not yet, brother. It was not, brother. It had it had shit support. Come on, brother. Look,
there was definitely a circuit.
No,
the first year.
No, it was not. It was not the first year. It was not. I promise you. Plus, let me tell you, you're from Boston, right?
Mm-hmm.
My boss is the fucking Boston Bruins, brother. My contract would not allow me to drop Street Fighter. Do you understand?
Oh yeah, I remember you did tell me that.
Yes, it would not. It's not gonna happen. Imagine their pro player that plays Street Fighter and Marvel games drop them things. Mind you, I dropped MVCI already at that time because MVCI got dropped by EVO. Mm-hmm. Imagine dropping that and then stopping Street Fighter. That's how I'm in contract with those two games. Now let me just jump into another game that's not within my contract. It's just suicide to do that.
Okay, that makes sense then. That would have been so sick to see. Okay, did you like the game though? At least I never heard your opinion of it.
No, I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it, but I know that to play a versus game, it requires a lot of time, a significant amount of time, and also the characters that I like apparently are not very good.
Who would that be? Babidi?
I mean, I like Frieza. I like Frieza. Yeah, but then Cell was good. I'm gonna play all villain characters because the reason why also I didn't like about the DBZ game, when every character was Goku, okay, legit was like the Goku with the black hair, with the pink hair, with the fucking yellow hair, fucking long hair. Like, what is this? That's still Goku, right? Like, yeah, Goku. Like, everybody was Goku, okay? Goku's father. Everybody was Goku, brother. Okay, so I would never pick a character that's Goku. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pick like Frieza, Cell, and whoever, or Beerus or something like that. But then apparently the other characters that I like were trash at that time. I would probably raise Zamasu though. Zamasu's kind of nice, but that's the only reason, But then
the movement.
But shit happened. Then I went to Asia. Then I was stuck in Asia for not really stuck. That I was against my will, but I ended up like loving Asia. So I was in Asia for a bit. Yeah, so it's like pointless to actually play DBZ at that time.
That's fair.
But this time we're gonna play. Yeah.
Especially because the netcode wasn't that great at that time too.
Yeah, everybody, look. I like to play fighting games that you can play.
True.
I was talking about Street Fighter 6 is the best fighting game. I was telling that yesterday. Because the most simple part about fighting game is like, dude, can you play it? Okay, like we love Street Fighter 4. I love Marvel 3, but we can't play it if you want to. I say we want to play Street Fighter 4 right now. Can we play?
Of course. Parsec.
There you go. Trash. Okay, but if you want to play Street Fighter 6 right now, we just turn on the game, type in your name, and it's comfortable and it's nice. Okay?
Yeah.
We can play the fucking fighting game. So
fair.
To me, that's the best fighting game.
That's fair.
If you can play it.
That's a valid point.
That's all I care about. Can I play the fucking game that you pay for? You pay for the game to play it. But if you can play the fucking game, it's pointless if you like it. It's pointless. You got to be able to play it, you know? So, yeah. So, that's why I love Street Fighter 6, because you can play the fucking game. Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay.
But I think, yeah. So, the Versus games that's coming out right now, they're all really good. Netcode, all rollback, got good, like, ranking system, got, you know, all that stuff. So, I think that's going to be so exciting. Going to revolutionize that part of the scene, which is the Versus community.
I think Marvel
really
Tokon is the greatest looking fighting game I've ever seen in my life.
Yes. Oh god, that's just so pretty.
I walked by.
I've been dreaming about that.
I wanted to play it so bad, but the line was just. It looked like a fucking Jordan release. It was a bunch of people just camped there. I'm saying, like that line. There's no way that shit took any less than like an hour, bro.
Brother, let me tell you something. Okay, I got my friends there. My girl was there. It's like. How long was the line? It was like, obviously you can use clout, be like, hey guys, they're gonna let me use it, but you can only use it for 30 minutes. After that one, you have to get it back in line to play, and apparently it takes like 2.5 hours. And fuck all of that.
Unless you went early. If you went dumb early, you could have definitely got in there, sure. Right? But like they opened at like 9 or some shit. But bro, yo, I got there like 10 a.m. and I was like, no way.
That's how you know. If that game is just, when it comes out, is gonna be the hypest fighting game at that time, whatever that period.
Facts.
Because it has the most positive review out of everything so far that been like announced.
Yeah, everything that people have complained about, that shit they have like made sure is not a problem. Like visuals, the menus, right? Just the animations, like it's the fluidity, the movement, it just, that shit looks like a fucking complete package. I just hope the netcode's godlike though.
It's gotta be godlike for sure. How's the netcode for Guilty Gear? Because it will be the better version of it, right? Because obviously it's updated.
So Strive was like the best, right? Like new age fucking online. That's what set the standard, right?
Oh, there you go. It's a wrap already.
Yeah,
it's done.
Yeah,
that game's gonna be a hit.
Yeah, 100%. There's no way that they would regress in that department,
like, right? When are they coming out, right? Because like if they announce 6 characters, total 8 characters so far, right? Based on the character selection screen, it looks like you're gonna have 24. At least
at launch.
At least, yeah, at launch, at least, right? 24 characters.
That's pretty good.
Which is pretty low for a versus game, but for the starting, it's okay. For starting, it's okay, right? So like that is, but usually, okay, when they announce Street Fighter, or they announce, let me see, Street Fighter 6, when was it announced?
That was announced at Capcom Cup.
Capcom Cup.
Yeah, was it 2021? Right? And then 2022 was when they had the beta in November, and then the game came out 2023.
Christy had the crack beta since December 2022, and then he's been playing the game longer than anybody, Christy. Okay. I
have nothing to do with that, Chris. That was all Champ.
That's just a troll. Okay, that's not even true, guys. It's like, like people call him Crack T, for
that shit is funny as fuck. I'm not gonna lie though.
It's funny.
That shit is mad.
Okay, so let's see. December. Yeah, so that means the Tokon, obviously they said it's 2026, right? And they announced it April-ish or May or something, right? May. So that means like we're not necessarily going to get the game until like what? 2026 maybe.
It got to be before EVO, remember?
Oh, that's right. So maybe March. Maybe we get it March or February.
Yeah, because as we'll talk about later, the whole EVO announcements with the date changes.
Yeah, the EVO is going to be rough though, because I'm going to enter EVO this year or next year, and I'm going to enter 3 games. But maybe I should just enter. Actually, I can't enter like 3 games. It's going to be hard to do that. 2 games, EVO is hard already. So I'm going to enter 2 games. Yeah, but that's going to really hard. But so I'm really excited for that. So
if the games are out, what are you picking?
EVO, by the way.
What are you going to pick if both the Versus games are out next EVO? Which are the 2 games? I'm assuming you're going to play the Versus.
I have to play both Versus games because it's a higher chance for me winning EVO.
Makes sense.
I don't really care about the EVO medal because I told the story here when I was streaming where I got the medal for getting top 8 at EVO. I tossed my medal after I was awarded because I don't care about the fucking EVO medal. I have 6 of them already, brother. You think I give a fuck about the EVO medal?
Right.
I collect them every year.
I wouldn't give a shit about those.
So I don't care. So I tossed it. My friends got it, and then they wore it. But then after the fact, when I wasn't as salty, I was happy to have the medal, you know, because it's a memory that I will always remember, you know. So it's something. So
yeah, in the moment you don't give a fuck though.
Yeah, at the moment after the fact that Tokido got lucky with that Raging Demon, like you're livid, you know, you're livid at that time, you know, like because you know the homeboy pulled off some miraculous comeback out of you know, but obviously I was still salty, so it's like
yeah,
like you know, so I didn't care about the medal, you know. Apparently Mango did that too when he got second or something or third. He tossed his medal to the crowd after it was given to him.
Question: that EVO, if you don't lose to Tokido, how do you like your chances of winning that?
Well, I trained with Tokido and Punk that year. That's why I did good, and I only trained for 1 week.
Bruh.
I never talked about because I always wanna tell like you gotta work hard in general, which is true. That was the one time I didn't. Okay, back to back of that EVOs, I didn't play Street Fighter. I was playing Marvel. But then the NorCal scene basically be like, Justin texted me. True story was like, "Yo, champ, are you gonna help us? Tokido's fucking us up." Mind you, in that house it was like Punk, Justin, like Alex Myers, like Smug, Marn was all there. Samurai were all training. Tokido was fucking them up. Tokido's training in NorCal, right? So like, I was like, but I was playing Marvel with Jabril and Dual Kevin because I was training for Marvel 3. But then my boys texted me like, dude, Tokido was just running a train on them. So I had to go there and save them. Okay, not really like I was gonna beat Tokido. That's not the truth. But like I was gonna go there to like get some points on the USA side, you know. So and then I end up getting addicted to Street Fighter because I was playing with Punk and Justin and Tokido. And then I started going 50-50 with Tokido and Punk and everybody there. So, but our training was so good that me, Punk, and Tokido got top 8 and Justin got 9th.
Wow.
If that was like not like, it was like the best training I felt like I ever had when it comes to Street Fighter for just 1 week, you know? And then, so I think like I would do 50-50 with Punk, you know, but then I just have to beat Duke. And after that one, everybody there was free already. Yeah. I wasn't saying like it was going to win EVO Street Fighter there, but it's just tough to lose a tough, you know, close set, right? You know?
That's right.
Yeah. But I was happy that at least like one of the guys that I practiced with were, I mean, the people who won, you know? I would prefer if that was Punk, you know? Because Punk was so deserving because he was the number 1 player in the world at that time. Right? Number 1. Undisputed.
Undisputed, yep.
The most dominant player, too. So for 100%. Him to win EVO there was just so deserving. And Tokido just took it from him, you know? Yeah.
Right. Okay, so let's talk about EVO. So I went to EVO. I didn't really train for EVO like that. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, because I just didn't really care. I didn't really care for obvious reasons. I was waiting for August 5th or the 4th in the States for my mans to come back. So, you know, I went to the event more so just like really relaxed and hoping to film or do some IRL content with like the Sagat gameplay, whatever. So I get there, come to find out we can't record the footage of Sagat for fucking God knows what reason. But if you look around, yeah, I swear to God, but you look around the venue, SNK, fucking 2XKO, Marvel, they didn't give a fuck. Record all you fucking want. And I'm like,
they don't want like free publicity.
I don't get it.
Everybody, like they would prefer that, you know?
Made 0 sense. And I was like, all right, I guess. So instead, what I could do was record my reaction to me playing Sagat. So I just had my camera when I was streaming pointed at me, but I couldn't show the screen, and I would just talk. I had like a microphone attached to my shirt, and I just would talk.
You could have fixed that. Okay, you could have had your boy with a sniper camera from all the way downtown,
bro. You want me to get banned?
And then recording it, brother. It's that footage. You're not gonna get banned from that,
bro. They would fuck me up. You understand?
Like how?
Bro, they would beat my ass.
Somebody leaked it. It wasn't you.
Yeah, right. The guy that has a big microphone. Yeah.
That wasn't you.
Chat,
brother, you're not gonna get in trouble for that. Okay, do you remember this? When Capcom said that you can't restream Street Fighter League.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I listen? I didn't listen. I didn't get in trouble. I didn't get my footage banned or anything like that. I didn't give a fuck about it because
bro.
number one,
why is he incriminating himself?
No, it was out. But the live streaming, it was live. I don't have to hide it.
I can't
Everybody
rob a bank
knew
with
it.
you, bro.
Like what I'm saying, everybody knew that. Okay, and then when they did the pay-per-view, I paid for the pay-per-view. I paid for it. I support it all the way. But don't tell me I can't fucking broadcast the fucking shit. I support it. I pay for it. Let me rock. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. It's different if I'm pirating the motherfuckers. No, I'm paying for it too. I pay for all their DLCs. I pay for everything. Okay? I turn off the ads also when doing the Street Fighter League. So for sure, I'm not trying to make content. It's just that I'm trying to share my knowledge about the fighting games so people might get a little bit slightly educated about fighting games and appreciate the higher levels of it.
My VOD is about to get nuked.
No, but I'm doing that really like without gaining anything. Okay? It's just out of love of fighting games. Like so I can never get in trouble for that. Mind you, my Twitch has only gotten suspended for one time. Imagine the type of shit that I've been saying throughout the years. My Twitch has only gotten suspended one time in history. And you know when that happened? You know what was the only reason?
What was it?
When I decided to stream the dev build of MVCI. I said, guys, this is what devs do. Okay? I grabbed the dev kit, streamed the dev kit.
Oh my god, why would you do that?
Because I didn't give no fucks.
Oh my god, bro.
Okay, my NDA was done. It was good.
Oh, your NDA was done. Oh, okay.
It was good, but they got me back with the fucking Twitch shit.
Oh my god.
I was banned in Twitch suspended for 48 hours, but then I rebuttal and it became 24. You know what I'm saying? Like that. But the 24 didn't really feel like 24 because after you sleep, you wake up. That's already like 8 hours gone. You just wait a little bit. You stream again. Guys, we're back. Like nothing happened. Mm-hmm. I just took like a Costco break. And then I come back stream. Nothing happened. And then people are like, "Yo, Jam, what happened with your?" I don't know what happened to my channel, but everybody knows what happened. I'm just trolling after that one. Yeah, but it's not like it's one thing if you're doing it to make money out of it. Mm. Okay, I wasn't doing it to make anything out of it. Nothing.
Yeah, it's next time they fuck your channel up, that's just getting sent to the gulag, bro.
Yeah, it's just literally for the love of the game. Really, I was not doing it for anything. So okay, what are you gonna attack me for? Am I just trying to get donations for it? No, nothing. Ads off, nothing.
You know what? I'm gonna try that. The next, whatever the next event is that has, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fucking have somebody on the ceiling with like
obviously
what a harness.
It depends also what kind of content you do, right? Let's say.
What do you mean?
You're talking about, let's say, like you decided to stream the Sagat part, right? If you end up streaming it and then you post it, and then all you did was talk shit about it, how they're all stupid, yada yada, and you a bunch of hate, you're gonna get in trouble. But if you stream it without their permission, and then all you said was something that's like quite positive about it, I'm so excited that they finally released my character. Thank you, Capcom, yada yada. Brother, they're not demons, okay? They're just gonna bat you for saying good things about it.
I don't know, man. They were looking at me with the. It
depends on the context. It depends on the context and how you deliver. I swear. Like, imagine this. Like, I'm the biggest influencer for the Marvel time. Mm. Okay? All right? Nobody was producing the metrics that I was producing, okay? In that game. I even went to E3, tweeted, fucking posted everything about the MVCI part. I got like over like millions of impressions at that time. Because doing that, I was like, everything about the MVCI, I was just tweeting nonsense. Capcom did not maybe even do that. That was out of passion and love. That's why people are calling me like a shill. I was like, huh? I wasn't getting paid to do this. I just truly love this. And I'm so passionate about it, that time. Yeah. I didn't get in trouble for that one. Because but the context of what I was saying is just like, like I was so happy and excited. Like it could have been like the ugliest Marvel in history. I would be so positive about it just because I'm so passionate. But it wasn't like getting paid for it.
Yeah.
You know what I got paid for? When after the fact, when ESPN and the WWE hit me up to promote the game with them. not like to promote MVCI, but to play MVCI with the WWE superstars at Comic-Con. Those ones to get paid for sure. But I didn't get paid to promote MVCI like entirely, you know. But I had gigs from it. But that's after the fact, without me knowing that was gonna, be the result of that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, so I end up playing. So they fucking, I was excited. Obviously, I see Sagat. It's like my heart melted. I was like, oh my god, my character. Yeah, right. And I'm like waiting in the line.
Yeah.
The way they had it set up was they had a bunch of like different setups with different peripherals. So you had a Nintendo Switch Pro controller, right?
What?
Yeah.
Nintendo? Who's the Nintendo bot right now?
Don't you dare ever say that to me again.
Nintendo? Why are you saying Nintendo?
How dare you fucking disrespect me like that? I will find your house.
You are the Nintendo.
Get the fuck out. No.
I never even talked about Nintendo.
Absolutely. I didn't say anything. Get the fuck out of here. That's what they had there. You know what? That's probably why you wanted me to record it, because you know Nintendo would have fucked me up if I recorded that shit. That makes total fucking sense. You fucking Nintendo bot. You've been behaving for like 7 episodes, but you know what? I'm on to you, motherfucker. I understand what you're trying to do here, young man. Hello, wake up, Mr. Champ. You think you could get me? You think you catch me fucking slipping? Ha ha ha! No. Dikembe Mutombo. Absolutely not, motherfucker. That's why you wanted me to film that shit, because you knew they were gonna drag me to the back of the fucking that fucking fortress, and they were gonna beat the shit out of me. No wonder they had the fucking microphones. They look like CIA sirens and shit like that, like Secret Service agents looking at me. And I'm like, yo,
I did not know that you're gonna start promoting fucking Nintendo controllers.
No, absolutely fucking not. No, motherfucker. That's not what I said. What I said was they had Nintendo setups there. That's what I said. So they had a pro controller that I did not want to fucking play on that shit. They had an arcade stick.
Just looked at it, huh?
Shut up. They had a Victrix, right? They had a Victrix setup, and they had a fucking Nintendo Joy-Con, the fucking, the gyro motion shit. Okay.
No, I do not know anything about Nintendo because I.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever. But yeah, pleading the fifth, I guess.
No, you had a lot of knowledge about it.
Okay. Yeah. No. Purely from direct experience, nothing premeditated like you. So
okay,
I go there, and I'm like, okay, excited. I wait around like 15 minutes. It's a pretty decent line, and I get to play Sagat. Cool. And it's 3 matches. You have to get up, right? So after three matches, it resets, and then you get up, move. And I was like, fuck, I want to keep playing. So I got back in line. Come to find out, you don't have to. It's not first come, first serve in general. It's whatever you want to stay and wait for, you wait for. So I was like, yo, is anybody using the pro controller setup? No. So I got a friend, right? And I told my friend, shouts to DP.
So wait, so you really picked the Nintendo setup?
Yeah, because I wasn't going to wait 40 minutes to fucking play on the Victrix when I could just literally get back in line. You had an
option to pick on any other setup, but you chose Nintendo.
They were all Nintendo setups, yes, is what I'm telling you.
Oh, okay.
You knew that. Stop acting like you didn't know that. I know you knew that.
No, but you picked the Nintendo controller, basically.
Oh, no,
right?
no. See, now you're trying to get me. First, it was, oh, you picked the Nintendo. Now it's, oh no, you picked the Nintendo controller. No.
Yeah,
you know what you're doing, young man. Don't try to play me.
I wasn't playing. I'm just asking you from what you said.
This guy's playing me like I'm a fucking fool.
I'm asking. I was not playing it. I'm asking who's really the true Nintendo.
Oh, you're fixing your Google glasses, right? Because fucking Shigeru Miyamoto's talking to you through that. What's he telling you?
Wait, who did you said? You even know the president's name or something? CEO? That's how deep into the Nintendo you are in right now, brother.
You know
names, bro. You know names, brother.
You're gonna pretend you don't know Miyamoto?
Who the fucking Nintendo is, except for Mario. That's it. That's the only motherfucker I know Nintendo. Is Mario, brother.
You only know Mario? You don't know Luigi? You don't know Bowser? You don't know Peach?
Well, yes.
Oh!
Look, I mean, shit. You probably know all their last names and their address at this point. You know everybody. You probably know every writer who fucking did anything.
Are you in a witness protection program? Because it's like you have.
You're the one talking about Nintendo here. I'm not Nick. Okay. I'm just confirming.
Interesting. So yeah, I ended up going in. I was labbing a bunch of Sagat stuff on the Pro controller.
Nintendo.
And it was unfortunate, but Shout out to the homies that kept, you know, coming through the line and helping me lab stuff. And I put out that, I don't know if you've seen my tweet of all like the Sagat shit I found. You haven't been on Twitter. And you seen it? No, you haven't seen it.
No.
He's too busy holding hands with Nintendo ops. But
yeah, I mean, holding hands with Nintendo ops, but at least like my hand wasn't on any Nintendo controller though. Because that's different. You know what I mean? Like at least my hands weren't into like no Nintendo controller. That's like different, you know? That's like more personal right there. Yeah, so I'm just letting you know, like you're the one. You're the one who incriminated yourself. You're the one who did
I said a controller. I didn't say anything about sticks, bro. Like
I said controller.
Pause, bro.
You're the one.
F-Champ is a freak.
So anyways, real Nintendo creature.
So I end up playing, right? And come to find out, they had a contest. Listen to this shit. They had a contest, champ. Okay.
How many characters can you name in the Nintendo world?
I'm not sure. I have. You ever watch Men in Black? You know when they.
No.
You never watched Men in Black, bro. This man is just lying today. What do you mean you've never seen Men in Black?
I say probably the first one, but it's been so long. I don't remember.
Why are you lying? You piece of shit. You just didn't want to give me the alley.
What does that have anything to do?
Oh, because I was gonna make a joke with the flat. You never mind, bro. It's okay.
I would not be
give me the alley. Fuck it.
Right?
It's okay. I don't need you. Anyways, so come to find out, they were having a contest Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay. All 3 days. The contest was for a 1/3 scale Sagat statue.
Okay.
Yeah. So the way it worked was each day, top 8 wins, right, or whatever, would play in a single elimination bracket, and then the winner of that bracket wins one of the 3 statues. Okay.
Is it only Sagat Mirror?
The first day was only, so every day had different rules. Day 1 was Sagat Mirrors, but guess what it was on? It was not on the fucking Pro controller. It was on the gyro motion, bro.
What's the gyro motion?
You know the Nintendo Switch, how it has the 2 joy.
I do not know Nintendo.
I don't own one.
Explain it to me. Explain it to me.
Okay, so there's a screen, I guess, right? And there's a controller on the side. Like there's 2 controllers, and you can split it off. So yeah. So each player takes like a controller, and you had to shake the controller. That's how you fought, bro. Yeah, I had to do this.
What do you mean shake? What do you mean
motherfucker?
Shake?
Like I got Parkinson's. Like I had to shake. Like,
how do you do up?
You don't. You had to move like this, when you shake it and you turn it to do supers, bro. It was fucking stupid. It was the most stressful time of my.
You don't have that You don't have that recorded?
No, I was streaming it. You could see
how you inputted the moves.
Yeah, you could see me doing it. I'm not, but it was fucking crazy. So listen to this.
Okay.
So when I got there, the person that was in first place had 12 wins in a row. I think that's what it was. You're going by the longest win streak or some shit, right? Okay. Person that was on there had 11 wins in a row. So I sat down. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I almost lost the first set. It was 2 out of 3. I almost lost the first set and had to get back in line, but I fucking clutched up. MJ in the clutch in Utah, 98 finals. It wasn't a push off Russell. Straight, right? Hit it. Beat that motherfucker's ass. And I only get stronger. I only get stronger by the round. So I was starting to fuck people up. And I got 22 games in a row. And I got 22 sets in a row. And I got up and left. Right? I was first, right? So I was like,
nobody can fuck with that record.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was like, I'm good.
The next day,
I'm chilling. So later on, you have to come back at like 6 o'clock for the 8-man bracket. Okay, but this time I didn't play on the same side. I played on the other Joy-Con or whatever the fuck it's called.
What's the other Joy-Con?
It was player one side, so there was the left instead of the right. I was playing on the right side when I was playing before the bracket, the streak.
What does that have anything to do with it? Can you explain?
I don't know, but for some reason, I wasn't getting the same fucking inputs when I was shaking this time. So when people would jump, it's all proximity based. So imagine if you're at like round start spacing and somebody jumps, like if they do this, they jump, but if the game will register based off of AI what's happening, and when you shake, it'll give the best solution. You see? But the thing was,
that's how it works.
Yeah, but it wouldn't give you.
So interesting.
It wouldn't give you DP. So I kept.
Okay, what was it giving?
It was giving stand heavy kick, but sometimes I'd get stand jab. So when I was playing on the other side, I wasn't getting stand heavy kick as much, And then I was like, yo, what the fuck? And I kept getting stuffed. So the dude that first round beats me first round, 3-2. I was pissed. Fucking just kept doing walk back, jump. And I kept trying to anti-air, but I kept getting jabbed. And I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Wait, so instead of you being MJ, you were like James Harden.
No, motherfucker.
That couldn't really, go to the right. It just only left.
No.
And just disappears in the playoffs. Because you lost first round, right? Like, I'm asking. You lost first round, right? So you were from Jordan, you became James Harden. I'm asking. Just confirm it. Yes or no? Zach, just answer the question, brother. That's it. Then we can move on from it already. You know what I mean? Just answer it.
Okay, what was the question?
I'm asking if, from Jordan, you became James Harden.
I can't hear you. So anyways, I end up losing and I was fucking pissed. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to come back tomorrow. So I came back the second day.
Okay.
And the next day it was on the Pro Controller. And then I was like, okay, I should be able to do this.
Okay, you're good. You're good there. You're good.
I should be able to do this. Sagat mirrors on this. Nope. It is any character you want. I'm like, oh my god, bro, I don't play on pad, and I'm gonna play against pad warriors. So
that sucks.
I tried, and I played against some Jamie player. Cooked my shit because he actually knew what he was doing. I knew what he was doing. I was reading him like a book, but I just didn't have the execution.
Yeah, you couldn't execute.
And then I was just like, and I was like, I'm gonna just try.
Wait, do you know how to play Honda? Honda is perfect on pad.
Oh, see, maybe I had known. Now I know, but I didn't know.
Yeah.
So I tried, and I was like, okay, fuck it. So I tried Sagat because the whole weekend, like, I kept practicing Sagat shit. So I was like, this is my best chance. I mean, I'm gonna just try, but I just couldn't get fucking DPs or anything to save my life, and I obviously didn't know how to really play the character. And so yeah, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna come back tomorrow. The next day, it's now on arcade stick. You can play any character you want.
Okay, I mean, so Jordan is back, huh? James Harden got traded.
I'm back. Okay,
you're back. Jordan 45. Okay.
But I don't play.
What happened?
I don't play Jamie. I don't play Dalsum. I just play Sagat the whole time, and I rack up 32 wins. Right?
Okay, then what happened?
And then bracket. And then Not Pedro's on the other side. Shouts to my boy Not Pedro. Brazilian Ken. So he tells me, Zaf, if we get to grand finals, let's do Sagat Mirror. I was like, fuck it. Let's boogie. And so we get to grand finals, and he just starts rushing. Like, we played like a really solid first game, but then he started fucking drive rushing at me. And I could not check it because I didn't know which button was the fucking drive rush check. And I kept missing everything. And then he was rushing my shit down. And I was like, oh my god, I don't know what the fuck to do. And I just lost. And I was like, fuck.
So from like MJ to James Harden to LeBron James, right? Losing in the finals. That's not so bad though.
Yeah.
It's not so bad.
It's not too bad. Still sucks, but
so what happened with the statue? So you didn't get it?
So I didn't win. Pedro got it, but then Pedro told me, I was pissed, right? I was like fucking mad. I was like, oh my god, I wanted this statue so bad.
Nah, bro. Fuck that. No, fuck that. That's for the statue. I'm like, I don't give a fuck if you want to do something Sagat Mirror, okay?
I don't
give a fuck.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna get this W first.
Yeah, but
we can run this Sagat later.
So I lost.
No, fuck all that.
So I lose, and then I go to the bathroom. I come back. Pedro comes up to me and says, "Zaf, you're one of my favorite players," and he's like, "I think you deserve it more than me." He's like,
"Can I take it? I'm giving it to him. He lost."
And he said, "No." He said, "I can't take this home anyways, and I want you to have it."
It's so nice.
And he gave it to me.
You took it?
Yeah. Of course I fucking took it. Are you crazy?
Fucking bitch. No. No. You didn't deserve that, so you shouldn't even have it. That's gonna be the constant reminder that you got your ass whooped and you got a prize for it. I'd rather not have it. You know what I'm saying? You didn't deserve it. That's a constant reminder for the rest of your life. Every time you see that shit, you got your ass whooped. And that's a consolation fucking reward that you got. Okay? That's not good. No, brother, you better throw that shit outside. That's like negative energy, brother. Nope. I'm telling you the truth here. That's not good, brother. That's a constant reminder of your failures. Seriously.
Oh my god, brother, what the fuck are you? Why are you beating the shit out of me like this?
I'm not. I'm telling you the truth. That's out of love, brother. Look, did you? Okay, every time you look at that statue, you gotta remember how you got rushed the fuck down and you did not know how to stop a drive.
I'm selling that shit. I can't believe you. I can't even have that shit in my room, bro. Get rid of that shit.
Like every time you look at that shit, damn, I got my.
I'm getting rid of that shit.
At this one.
I can't believe.
Brother, I throw in my fucking EVO medals, brother. Okay, so like, bro, no, bro, you didn't deserve it, so you shouldn't have no prize for that. Okay, you should not get like a fucking participation fucking awards. Okay, no, you lost, you deserve it. You don't deserve it. You give it away. I'm just saying that's
fuck that shit. Put my fucking big boy pants on. I'm gonna keep that shit. You know why I'm gonna fucking keep that shit?
Oh, you keep it.
I'm gonna tell you why I keep.
Yeah.
Let's shut the fuck up. I'm gonna keep it. You know why I'm gonna keep it? Because I didn't win it because I was the better player that day. I didn't deserve it because I was a better player that day. Totally fine.
Who? You weren't the best player, gets your ass whooped.
I know that. I said I didn't get it because of that, right? But why I did get it is because I care about my community and I help people, and that was enough to get recognized, and that's why he gave it to me. That's why I'll keep it.
No,
that's why I'll keep it. I'm not gonna keep it.
That's a pity award, brother.
It's not a pity award. No, I'm gonna keep it for that.
Out of this guy, and I know he loves Sagat. Let me just give it to him because or else he's gonna cry.
Fuck
like,
no.
No, brother. That's what he meant by that, brother. No, brother. That's a pity fucking thing, bro.
And then the other side of the coin, I'm gonna look at that shit and be fucking angry every time I hear your stupid ass nasally fucking helium voice in the back of my fucking head saying, and that shit is gonna make me fucking train that much fucking harder. All right, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna fuck everybody up with fucking Sagat. I'm gonna be like, it had nothing to do with Sagat coming back. It had to do with this fucking big head lollipop motherfucker on the West Coast who just don't know how to stop fucking talking shit. That's what that's gonna be.
I wasn't talking shit.
Yeah, shut your fucking filthy mouth. Anyways,
okay. How about this? Do us all a favor. Show us the statue.
I don't have it. I have to ship it. It's at my cousin's house in Vegas.
Don't even have.
Bro, you see how fucking massive it is? Hold on, I'm gonna show you guys. Look how big this shit is. See how big this is?
Let me see it.
Let me see. Look how big this is.
Share it.
I shared it. You fucking.
Okay. Let me see. Hold up.
You see?
Okay. Hey, hold up.
What the fuck, brother?
Oh. I mean, I'm only seeing the picture.
What do you mean you're seeing the picture?
But that's how huge that is?
Yes, you see how big it is? Like, bro, it's fucking insane.
Even Sagat is disappointed that you're holding him or you're gonna, you claimed him. Even him, he's disappointed as fuck that he's with a,
Okay, all right.
You ended up with him. Like, oh god, even Sagat's disappointed at your ass. That is insane.
Okay, so EVO pools. Okay, let's talk about pools in my performance.
Oh, you did good.
All right,
you did good, bro. You did good. We saw it. We saw the video.
Oh, you watched?
You double perfect. Of course, brother. I support you. What the fuck you mean? How the fuck you think I'm not gonna?
Do you guys fucking know what you just said to me like the past fucking 5 minutes? Support?
That's support.
What are you fucking Joe Jackson? What the fuck?
That's
Why
support.
do I fucking Tito Jackson to you, Michael? You want me to fucking dance on the stage? Huh? Papa Joe? What, you beating my ass with those fucking words?
Look, I only cared about your actual own sanity. That's why I didn't want you to have the trophy or whatever you want to call that statue. So you don't get reminded of your failures. That's all. Because every time you see that motherfucker in the morning and that dude is pissed off because you claimed him after an L, it's not good.
No, it's great because it's gonna make me fucking mad. I'm gonna keep hearing your fucking voice every time I wake up.
Okay.
So I fucking make it out of pools Friday. All right, cool, whatever. Saturday, I play Ryusei off stream. That was actually recorded on his stream, so I can get you the footage. I played Jamie. I was gonna go Dhalsim, but I was playing so well in warm-ups with Jamie. I felt really loose. I was like, I'm gonna go Jamie, and I was like, I don't think he's used to a Jamie of my caliber. So I said, let me play him. Yo, it was such a good set, man. Oh my god, it was fucking last game, last round. I had a fucking life lead, and I held onto a read the whole set. I did not punish him for. It was when I kept him in the corner jailed for X amount of time, seconds, whatever. He would always retaliate to block stun with jump.
Yes.
So then I was waiting to air him and kill him, but he had really low drive. So I knocked him down, right? And I was like, okay, he has low drive. I just baited Amnesia the round before. I was like, I think he's gonna wake up reversal again, because the obvious answer is for me to be like, oh, I baited you, you're low on drive, I'm gonna go pressure you. So I'm like, I'm gonna bait you again, right? And then he ends up not waking up with the reversal, whatever, and he takes his turn back, fucking level 2s me, and shit hits the fan. And but it's my fault because
wait, you shimmied? How did you not? I mean, what did you do on his wake up?
I believe I shimmied him, and then he did wake up.
What did he do?
He did jab into roundhouse. But I could have interrupted it. Yeah.
Yeah, but you would not be able to interrupt that setting. So yeah.
Yeah, but I know he does that because I was watching his film the night before.
That's what JP does that. Okay, wait a minute. After you block the level 2, there's no real guaranteed mix there if you are out of the corner anyway. So how did you get hit?
So here's the part I had left out because I forgot. This is what happened. Is that when I had him in the corner, I knew he was gonna jump. This is
why you keep losing the Sagat mirror in the grand finals, brother.
Bro, I forgot the read. I don't know what it was, bro. I had crazy brain fog or something because I said, yo, I'm gonna kill him with this air to air. And when I was looking for it, he didn't jump, and then I kind of moved on to like a little too fast, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna jump at him. But then when I jumped, he fucking jumped at the same time as me, and I was like, oh,
that's rough. You're not ready.
And I got kind of scared, and then I'd EX dive kicked, but I didn't need the EX dive kick. I could have just hit roundhouse.
Yeah, but you're not ready. That's
I wasn't ready. Okay. I was ready, but I wasn't committed to the read, so that's why I wasn't ready. Yes. And then that's when I accidentally burnt out. And then the situation on his wake up was where I tried to bait him because he had low drive, and then he woke up and did the button into level 2. So I wasn't
burnt out. You were burnt out.
Yeah, I was burnt out
when he did that.
Yeah.
Oh, you're fucking cooked. Okay, that's why.
Yeah.
So you can't really do anything about it.
Yeah. So the thing was, I was like, it's so obvious that I have to pressure him. He knows I have to pressure him, and I fucking baited his Amnesia the last round to kill him. He's gonna see that. Let me just bait it. And he did fucking wake up jab into roundhouse. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, but you didn't lose to that though. You lost to the fucking when you jumped. Yes.
I lost to the EX dive kick 100%.
Yes, that's why you lost.
But I was playing good, bro. Oh my god.
If you're trying to worry about the pressure of the JP one, I think the best way there is to do a meaty jab anyways.
Yeah, I should have just did that.
Because 100%. Even if he amnesias, you're okay.
Yeah, I could have gambled too if he does amnesia. I could gamble meaty crouch strong and then Bakai through the amnesia.
Yeah, you could have done that too. Yeah. So that's why sometimes it's best to just go for a meaty there, but just go meaty jab. It's just the only thing that's bad there if you they say you do like a grab. That's the only thing. That's the only choice that's bad, right? In general, right? Because if he does backdash or he does amnesia, you'd lose the game basically because of the side switch.
That makes sense.
But if you do the jab, you only lose the perfect parry in a sense in that way.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes total sense. Yeah, so I felt really, really proud though. Like I fucking played so good, man. And I haven't really been like super consistent with training leading up to EVO. So I was pretty happy and I did my best. And then I obviously went through losers. I make it to Problem X, and then you saw what happened. He won the first game. I felt like I started it off really slow. I don't know why.
You perfected him though. That was good. You got a double P though. We saw that one. It wasn't Twitter.
But I still lost. So
yeah, but it was close though.
Not really. The third game, I fucking blew both of. I keep making weird mistakes in the end game when I have advantages. Like the first round.
That's the best ones to fix too. Those ones are like the best ones to fix actually, because like players has a lot of blunders in general. Like every player has blunders, okay, but it's just like how often their blunders are. Those are the funnest ones to fix.
The end game ones.
Yeah, the end game choices. Those are the funnest ones to fix. Because I do that all the time with like pros. Like I will work with them and it'd be like, okay, we're gonna clean up their end game. The end game choices. It's really good because like when we're trying to fix it, it would be like all the situations leading up to it or the situation before the choice. What are the options that you could have done through like 3 different scenarios before getting to that point of like let's just, flip a coin, right? You don't want to be in the flip a coin moment, right? So like what you could have done. Yeah, like what routes you could have optimized instead, so you don't have to deal with that. How many interactions you could have probably reduced it,
Right.
through the earlier hits as well. Like it was like, this is a good drive usage as well. Like, so that one, if you actually down to the detail of those things, and that's like the best ones to fix, because like it becomes less and less. Like, sure, the next time that happens to you, you probably still blunder. Is in theory, let's say, not you, like a player would still blunder, but now since the person is aware of what he could have done differently or his other options, then the blunder becomes less and less over time. And now if you just keep repeating that, that in that system, then the blunder becomes less, then the more you become clutch.
Yeah,
so there's even a science to be more clutch. It's like so sick to do that. Yeah, but like obviously it requires more reps, right? Because like reps fixes that also. The more I mean, once the player establishes the correct options, they're all valid decisions, then reps is the next step, right? So now you just do reps of it, then you become more clutch or less choke-ish.
How do you practice those reps though if every match is so different?
Well, no, at the end, okay, the choice, right? The choice that you had against Ryusei. Let's say you didn't have to read for a jump. Let's just say you just did walk forward, walk back instead. If you had a read that he's gonna jump, you just do walk forward, walk back. If he parries, then you would have grabbed him. If you jump, you walk back, then you could probably do a launcher, AA, whatever the hell, or DP, right? And that would have solved both situations as well. See, that technically that would be the more optimal, instead of going for a hard read jump, etc. Right? Technically, because that's like you're not going for a hard read. It's a very stable answer to a situation.
Right.
It would be right. So that's how you practice it. Like having the optimal decisions for each spot. Right?
Okay,
See, that one,
sense.
it doesn't have to be, it could be a different game, but you're gonna get into a situation where the choice is, he might jump here. What do I do? Do you go for a hard read air to air? You don't have to, because what if he doesn't do it? Do you just lose? No, right? So now you made it a 50-50 instead. When it could have been like, if I just walk in, walk forward, at least I would block the wake up button, or I would have like maybe seen the parry and I could just actually grab, since I didn't commit to anything.
Yep.
You're right. And then I still contained him, and I have corner control. So you're technically more stable over time, right? Or let's say you probably like, what if you just did like a normal into a stagger string instead, like a jab, short jab, or kind of like your medium punch, then target combo, with Jamie. If he's holding up, then you would have hit him because he was holding up also, right? So there's like many routes that you could have taken if you had a read that he's going to jump as well.
Yeah.
The only time that the choice that you were saying that would have been the only way to win would be like if you landed the jump roundhouse into level 3. Then that's the time you only had to do that one, because that's your only win condition. But if you had other win condition in a fighting game, then you should optimize it by reducing the risk and just increasing the rewards in that sense.
Okay, that makes sense.
But that's in theory, yes.
That makes sense. Yeah, so I felt like that type of... It's like the same thing with the combo breaker. When I lost to Xian and I lost to Takamura, it was like the same theme. And I felt like it was the same thing this time. It was like decisions revolving around the win condition. I think I kept making... Yeah, it was like...
Yeah, but okay. Yeah, but let me ask you a question though. How often do you practice that part of your game? Really, ask yourself, because people don't practice that.
I don't even know how I would practice that without like in a match. I don't even know how I would practice that.
No, you shouldn't look at it as a match though. You gotta look at it as a situation. How often do you practice that situation, or like how many layers do you know in that situation that you could have just done something differently, and that would translate into a match, because the more situations you know would translate into a match. When you get into a match that kind of like very similar to the situations that you've been practicing, then you're already practiced for that spot when it does happen. It doesn't happen all the time, but when it does happen, you kind of want to be ready.
Yeah.
So, but how often do you practice that?
In that specific manner, I'd have to say 0, because I've never.
Oh shit, that's huge, Zaf. Imagine you just work on that now, brother. Really, that is so huge. Why do you think some players are clutch as fuck? Do you think that's just an accident? Do you think that's just an accident? Do you think it's just like amazing decision making? No, that's like practice stuff. Like all these nonsense situations that I would be labbing and stuff. or like let's say like you see like a pro like labbing a situation that's less likely to happen. Like they lab those scenarios, so when they do happen and they get to that spot, brother, they know what's up, what to do, you know. So they're more comfortable. You're not trying to wing it, or you're not trying to get lucky in a coincidence. You know, you're sure. Damn, brother, imagine you're like that's the one thing that's missing, I guess. So you'll have better end game.
Yeah, I would say that's probably where my practice is done. My practice is for sure more open mid game stuff. It's not end game.
That's so important too. That's neutral game.
Yeah, my end game practice would more so be analysis, but I don't know how to deliberately practice that, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Because I can watch.
End game would be general. Yeah, so you're mostly working on general strategy.
Right.
But that means also your neutral game is really good because you're practicing your mid game. That's your neutral game. Your early game would be your preparation, right? Your matchup knowledge, your general knowledge, your game IQ, right? Okay, so that's good. You're gonna have high on those scores.
Yeah, super fucking high.
If your closeouts are low, that means you didn't practice that other aspect. Yeah, but like, see, like, there's so much science in fighting. It's so straight up to how to become great. Dude. It's like I fucking love it because it's so easy in that sense.
I think that's like by far my biggest weakness is that's where all my instability comes in is end game shit. Because I smoke.
That's how you know you're great. That's how you know you're great, brother. Because your attitude is so good that way. The fact that you acknowledge that's like you're a winner. Because that's like the most important. Because if you're like no fuck that, like, and then you don't really acknowledge like the areas that you feel like you're weaker than your other strengths, then that's the time when ego and pride gets in the way and you don't want to improve. But so you have such a winning mindset, so that's really good.
Yeah, because I don't want to lose to myself, bro. I hate losing to myself. And that's like the ultimate way of losing to yourself is you think you know everything. Even like with like Sagat,
totally.
Like being out.
Totally, that's the worst. Like I hate that feeling. I hate that. Sorry for the off. I hate that feeling when I get to a situation and I become lazy, be like, oh, I already know that, and then I will have to stop myself because I'm now having an actual conversation with myself. You fucking creature and a half. Let's go lab it for like 20 seconds, please, so I can be sure. Because I do want to relay that information to whoever I'm coaching, and then it's wrong. And I feel like I did a terrible job, like for that sense. So I have to lab it just to make sure. Yeah.
Look how fucking human that is. But bro, I be feeling like I'm the only one that feels that or experiences that. That little fucking battle of like ego, like, oh no, I already know this.
Oh no. You're not a competitor if you don't feel that way. What are you talking about? You're supposed to feel salty. You're supposed to feel disappointed. You're supposed to feel like, I don't want to deal with this. You're supposed to hate all of that. And that's why it's hard to get good in that aspect, because that's like the hurdle. That's the hurdle that you gotta beat first, right? So if you beat that one, and now you just gotta do the other structure, which is like, I need to get good with my general to my mid game. I need to get good with my closeouts. And then and then now you have an instant winner. Because like there's no other way, like you'd lose there at that point. Really. That's why strong players are strong for so long, because they already have that structure. That's why when somebody gets strong, they're just strong forever. They don't decline like that. They're sure they don't win every tournament, like who wins every tournament anyways. Right. But they're like always at the top, or like one of the top players regardless, right? So the moment the player gets there, they're just there forever. That's why. Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So I'm gonna ask you stuff about that later, because it reminds me of like chess endgame. You have like Zug Zwang and all sorts of shit like that.
Yeah,
it's
look
like
at Magnus.
Yeah, it's
look
like
at Magnus.
Yeah, Magnus is super fucking clutch, right? And it's because he understands all those situations fundamentally, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So
it has to be like that, though. It's like chess too, like that. In chess, it's like that. Your end game matters.
Yeah, it's like speed
chess.
chess.
Imagine you're only good in the like early and mid game. That means the moment you didn't have the lead, it's hard for you to come back because you're not as clutch. So what if you're just gonna ask Jesus to give you clutch gene? No, but you can study and be better at it.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's weird too. Like I play so much better in the end game when I'm losing, but that's because I don't have the refinement.
Yeah, and that could be some of the coincidence went your way. Some of the 50-50 spots would have went your way. So that means there would be like the deviation just all went your way instead. You ran good basically in the 50-50s. The standard deviation, instead of like going splits, you end up getting a lot of the yeses right now, but you're gonna get a bunch of no's later. That you're wrong, right? Yeah.
Yeah, right. And that's not stable. That's not a.
Yes, definitely not stable. That's why I love about fighting games. It's like I'm so passionate about fighting games, because if you apply all those stuff that we're talking about, it makes fighting games so much more easier.
Okay. All right. So before I finish with that, so then I played Problem X, and he beat me. So the first game I was like really passive, and then the second game when he won the first round, I was like, if I'm gonna lose, I'm gonna lose playing my game. I'm not gonna lose trying to beat him at his game.
Great attitude. That's a great attitude.
And then
yes.
And then I just fucking, what happened is exactly, every single situation I went into it with like I already mentally confirmed I was looking for, what was gonna happen.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
You didn't react. You basically like tunnel vision into what you want to actually happen.
Right.
Yeah.
And I just did that.
Happens to players. That's your brain tricking you too.
Back to back situations, and then and then I have a lot of Jamie shit I don't use, so I was like, I'm gonna throw every fucking kitchen sink at him possible, right? He's not gonna. And I overwhelmed him, and then it worked out. And then the last game, it was like the classic old me of fucking starting off mad strong, and then I maybe get overzealous, or just, I don't know what the fuck happens, but it could just be like you said, not practicing certain situations with enough discipline. And then
that is
the
so
variance
hard to know, to target which area there where you could have like giving you more problems overall. Like, okay, like, because like they say the end game part is the most like complicated, because it would be like you could look at it in the situation where, okay, like let's say you had a 40% life and it's last round, but then like you basically die if it hits you with like a medium starter, heavy starter, but then you're alive with a 2 MK starter, kind of like that, right? And then now you have him almost in the corner, how many drive gauge, and now you have to change like your overall strategy. So this is also how it confuses your opponent, because if you have your end game prepared, it's so different from your earlier mid game. So it creates that instant like pace change that your opponent is never ready for. But you are so ready for it because it's your part of your end game strategy as well. So you already have a huge edge in that sense if that was practiced. You know, that's why I love that part. You know, so when you like a doll sim in general, and then like they think you get a turtle out because you have a life lead, and then all of a sudden you happen to do like a string, and then you did the driver's jab, and that will never get checked in that spot. For instance, I've had a bunch of like situations that obviously works in humans, but like in training mode, if you do it, you feel like, no, this is not gonna work. But if I show you, it's like, bro, this is impossible. Like, this is impossible. Like, there's no way you check this. Like, you just no way this gonna get checked. It doesn't have to be like drivers or jump, or it could be anything. But like, there was like many situations that just happens. It's like so cool about fighting games. Yeah,
it reminds me of like the sim driver pressure you came up with, right? Like, no, that doesn't make sense to do it with sim, but it's how the character's evolving, right? Is to implement it, and you see now everybody else is starting to do it. Yeah, and you told me about that shit literally 2023, end of the first season, I think.
Yeah, I tell you, like, the theory would be like, well, if their mental stack is this, then you should be able to do this.
Right.
And also now you start seeing more players be like, if they're getting walked down, they starting to draw drivers jab the other guy who's walking them down, right? Because that's the direct counter to it, you know, like that. But then now the other person, it's really hard to walk somebody down and like also target to check the drivers there in that close proximity, right? So now that person is gonna start to doing preemptives instead, buffer normals instead, and then now, but you know that because you practice that spot, then you start looking for whip punishes now,
right?
Instead of driver shake, and then now you're winning the rock paper scissors, but you're ahead by 2 layers, and then now that person is gonna be uncomfortable. So this is gonna do a lot of more comfortable decisions for him for your comfort zone. This is gonna be jumping, drive rushing, and it's gonna be so easy for you to check that. Yeah.
Word.
Yeah, that's how you get edge though. That's how you get edge though. You prepare in those rare situations that people never thought about, you know. But you prepare them, brother. Oh boy, it's just W's, a lot of them.
Word. Yeah, that was a great advice. I'm gonna for sure have to follow up on that, because now I'm wondering, like, is it possible that I've been trying to train my open and mid game strategy all the way through, and I've been ignoring end game principles? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's possible for sure, because you weren't aware of it. But then if you think about it, there was technically it's super possible that there's nothing wrong with your earlier mid game. It's actually possible that you're close to perfect to those, because nobody's perfect, right? But you're close to perfect in those two like sections of your game. But then you're not scoring anything in your end game. Because mind you, at the end game part, you're not supposed to come out on top. If you're trying to come back at the end game, coming back is like low percentage,
Mm-hmm.
But then if you increase that percentage, damn, that's a lot of value because you should be winning a lot in your early or mid game since that's your strength. Yeah. So now it's really good. Plus, let's say if it's an even end game, you're ahead also because you worked on it and your opponent probably not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So now you have so much edge in those spots.
Yeah, but I'm thinking like I see like patterns in my thinking from over the years from 4 to 5 to 6, and I think that like my training has definitely been more geared towards like finding the strongest logical approach, but then endgame is not really a logical game because that's when a lot of emotions and instincts are activated, right?
Yeah, in theory, but
right?
But now, if the way we're talking about it, it's not necessarily. It's just like it feels taboo, right? Like how the fuck? Like I don't think you could work on this, right? But you could. It now becomes science again. But from your perspective, from other people thinking like it's just like they were just born with it. No, that's not true. Like because like look, if you play Marvel games, early and mid game is normal. But your end game, preparing for the end game, it matters a lot. Your end game decisions matters a lot because over there, like you could just die for the X Factor comeback.
Right.
So you have to prepare yourself for the worst possible. So you actually create ways to get around that. So like I already been practicing end game part. It's not like I learned that recently. No, it's like the games that I was playing in the past requires you to have that. That's a requirement, for you to play it at a high level, right? So like that now when you translate that and do it in other games, damn, it's just so useful in all the other games. But I did not know until I started talking to a lot of pros when I was coaching, like, damn, they actually never have to work on this because if their general strategy is good enough, they can actually, they don't have to deal with the end game as much. Right? Like if you play those versus games, you have to deal with that shit every fucking game.
Right.
Because you could be winning 80-20, you still got to deal with the end game. There's no way around it. Because if you're wrong, you just die. Your all three characters just die. So that's why it's mandatory in those games. But in Street Fighter, it's not necessarily. But it just gives you a huge edge if you actually happen to work on it.
And at the level we are at, you have to have that edge, right? Like that's why I need to work on. Yeah, I got to work through the discomfort of it and just I have to turn it into a muscle. Like there's no way around it.
If you're missing that one, you're missing a third.
Yeah,
which is huge. Yes.
Right. So it's just like funny because I've been just walking around like fucking 66% of the player. I am, I guess.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's so huge, bro. But you can also look at that in a positive light. Like, damn, I've been doing this good and I'm 66%. Motherfuckers, you get all it done.
Right.
So you could also look at it like that,
Right. That's how I feel, honestly.
Yeah, because if you start looking at the more negative side of it, then it's not going to reinforce that change,
Yeah, I try to like have like a positive spin on it. Even if it's like, after I learned from you, like the first 10 seconds it's okay to be emotional, but then after that it's like turn it into something, right? So I've been doing a better job with that too. And
the real question is, are you gonna play Sagat Rushdown so we can work on the how to use the Nexus? Please don't play the boring Fireball DP Sagat because we can already play that.
The way I'm gonna play Sagat is I don't think anybody's gonna be ready for how I'm gonna play Sagat because everybody's expecting me to play a certain way.
Whatever the new shit he got, because we don't care about the MR part. Just like learn the end game part now.
Yeah,
because that's the one that's gonna win the tournaments in general.
Right. Yeah, I think like going to, for example, EWC's what I'm working towards going to next week. Like when I participate in that, I'm not going to play in a way that's like predictable, like a standard. I have to do something that surprises people. That pushes the envelope of the character. So that's what I've been really focusing on since I got home this morning from EVO. So we could talk about it. I know everybody's been fucking waiting for this part of the stream. All right, everybody, you guys can finally get my opinion on Street Fighter 6 Sagat. All right.
Okay, tell us.
All right. So what was the first question, champ? What are you gonna ask me? What do you want to know?
No. What do you think about our boy Sagat? We talked about Sagat quite often, but like, what do you think about him so far?
Okay.
With your experience at EVO, also after losing to not Pedro and be given the consolation trophy, Like, and as a reminder that you, oh, by the way, you still don't have the trophy. Like, now, what do you actually think about Sagat? That's all. That's all I'm saying, baby. That's all.
So I love Sagat. I think that character is the funnest Sagat I've ever played. He's definitely the funnest, 100%. He plays similar enough to Street Fighter V Sagat, but he's still refreshing. He's his own character for sure, obviously, because they've changed some things I'm not a fan of. I'm not gonna lie. Like, my biggest gripes are them taking away the slower low shot, especially
half your fireballs.
Yeah, especially considering this game has a parry and there's no chip on health. I don't think that was necessary for them to do that. You know what I'm saying? You don't see Guile, they did anything awkward to his booms or anything crazy like that, right? Like, I don't think there was really a justification for why they took that away. And so I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan also of them getting rid of Kara cancels, because I think that was one of the cool, unique staples of Sagat's design that separated him from the Shotos, you know what I'm saying?
Wait, before you talk about Kara cancels. Well, that's not a Sagat thing.
That's no, I'm saying, every character. But that separated him from a lot of the Shoto, like, tropes, you know what I'm saying? Because Ken had a Kara cancel and foreign to throw, right? Like, there were Kara, but they weren't really like that.
Like the demon of Akuma. Akuma doesn't have Kara demon as well,
right? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, stuff like that is like, it's just the direction of fighting games nowadays, and I'm not really a fan of, to be honest. Because they're kind of reducing the execution barriers, but then they're also constricting the expression and designs. You know what I'm saying? By doing so,
I don't know. I think they're making it easier to execute, but I think the expression is still there. It's just something that you're not supposed to be used to, because it's supposed to be different, you know. It's like, I feel like this Sagat has so much area that you can showcase your expression, truly. Because he actually has so much shit. It's just that you just can't play traditional. That's why I don't want to play traditional Sagat, because it's boring. If I just do Fireball DP, brother, really.
Yeah, I don't think this is the game to do that either, to be honest. I think that he is 100% geared towards aggression. So
yes, you gotta attack, bro.
Yeah, even in 5, like, I know when we look, like, if you watch me play in 5, he looked like a zoner, but I didn't really zone with Sagat like that. I would really use his fireball more so as a poke, because there was way too many anti-fireball tools in that game. You couldn't really maintain fireball traps, right? Because people could just react during the fireball trap with anti-fireball, and they'd punish you, right? So I had to sacrifice the fireball trap to hit them out of the anti-fireball. You know what I'm saying? With the high shot, which they could then duck, which then means I lose my pressure, my fireball trap, right? So it was more so using it as a poke. What was effective with that, and then in this game, that's why it doesn't bother me. It's just a preference thing. I like having the slower shots, but it doesn't bother me too much in this game that he doesn't have it, because the fireball itself, it still serves the same purpose. It's supposed to be a poke or a diversion tool to just manipulate the focus of the opponent. And so the thing, though, that's why I love this character, is in 5, when you would divert their focus, his tools were so ass away from fireball that it didn't give him anything.
It didn't matter.
It didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Because the big three with why he sucked, in my opinion, was no Oki, no consistent Oki, right? His light conversions on counter hit were non-existent.
Trash.
Right? Super trash. He only had crouching light punch counter hit into stand light kick.
That's so bad.
So it's terrible. I know, or stand medium punch, right? But when you're on defense, you're not in that stand medium punch range anyways, right? And it wasn't cancelable, so even if you hit it, it's not like you'd get anything off of it. So that shit was pretty ass. And then the other thing was he didn't do a lot of damage without V-trigger. And so in this game, all three of those things have been solved, rectified, eliminated.
So good,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Jinrai kicks too.
Yeah. So
you still need to, discover.
Right, but that's not even like explored at all, right? Because it just came out. But so as of right now, I'm very happy with the character, because everything I do feels so rewarding now, as opposed to me hitting somebody with a fireball and then stand median kicking them because I know they're about to unblock for 3 frames on this exact timing, but then who gives a fuck because I'm only +2 and I didn't knock you down. You know what I'm saying? And we're at this awkward range that Sagat doesn't really get anything, you know? And so the reward surround with the supplementary tools, I like to call them, it's just so rewarding now. And it feels like I'm playing a completely different character, but it's still the same character. It's like really weird. You know, it's like a familiar feeling, but it's a lot of, it's like a fresh feeling because there's so much new things to explore, you know? So I'm going into it like I've not played the character. I'm going into it just learning every single aspect of his tools, from the fucking buttons to the way he moves, the dashes, you know, his unique attacks, his specials. I'm exploring all of it. I watch streams of players, high rank, low rank, doesn't matter. I just want to see what ideas people come up with because I want to make sure that I just do not become fossilized in my own biases of how I think the character should be played. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the biggest things I learned, bro, from 4 to 5, because I didn't have, this is my first time having a character come back, because in 4 I had Faye, but I didn't have Faye in 5, and then Cammy. Right, you know what I'm saying? And then 5 I played Cammy and Sagat, but in 6 I didn't play Cammy and Sagat didn't come out till now, right? So and I didn't play Dalsum in 5. So I've just always been just pushing the envelope and developing my style as a player and my discipline and shit like that.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying? So one of the things I learned from 4 to 5, one of the big mistakes I learned, because that was the first time I learned a fighting game from scratch, was I had to get rid of everything I thought I knew in order to see the game from a fresh slate. Then I can add shit on top of it later, like the stuff I like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I have to build. Fair. Yeah. So that's what I've been doing with like Sagat. Like, I like playing Sagat like this, but I'm gonna play him completely Street Fighter 6 so I can see what sticks, and then I build around the fact. So yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah. Anyways, go ahead. You can add to the.
No. I think the character is really fun though. You know, I still need to play him more though later. But he's I was telling you earlier that his high shots is like the best fireball in the game, but his low shot is the worst fireball in the game.
Right.
Like when it comes to frame data, you know, like it's like 50 frames total, which is the slowest out of all the fireballs. You know, if the Dalsum's fireballs has so much recovery, Dalsum's fireball is still better than Sagat's low shot, which is crazy.
That doesn't even make sense, bro.
Yeah, but he has the best fucking fireballs though, but his low shot is the worst, right? So like that puts him in the middle when it comes to that fireball shit. Plus, you know, but his tiger knees are insane, and the tiger next is still unexplored. His normals are really good, though obviously they're always going to be slow but really far reaching. So like knowing like what normals you're supposed to be using, how much blocking you should be doing as well, like, you know, knowing all of that, that's a lot of fucking data you need to kind of get good at to master the character at least, you know?
Right. I agree. I think his low shot and heavy shot switched places in terms of how they function now. So the high shot is the control fireball and the low shot is the poke fireball, when it used to be the other way around. And so that's like kind of weird to get used to, but it's
the low shot is just bad.
Yeah, it's pretty rough, man. At least if you had variable speeds, I could justify it, but I don't. That's another thing I don't really like, aside from like the no Karas, right? Is the low shot. Oh, and there being, you know, like no variable speeds, is like the low shot is so slow. It's 50 frames, but it's also -7 on block. That doesn't make any sense.
It's like a Ken fireball, you know?
Yeah, that doesn't. Yeah. I don't understand. Like, okay, you couldn't at least like.
I was thinking it's like this. Okay, I think like, look, the 5 HP one is like really really far. It's like 16 frames, right, or something, or 18. How fast is 5 HP?
15.
Whatever that thing is.
I guess 15.
I think it's more. It's like 18. 16. Not crouching. It's like standing.
Standing fierce?
I don't know. I forgot exactly.
Stand fierce is 15 frames exactly.
Yeah. Okay, how much total is that? So I feel like that should be like
15, 4, and 22. 25 if it whiffs.
That will be your low shot equivalent.
So that's 43 total?
Yeah, so that would be your low shot equivalent. Like, so instead of like low shotting, I think you get supposed to do that and just hit confirm it as well. Like, and that's what I think. That would be the equivalent. Since you're not going to be plus frames anyways from the low shot, then you might as well just throw that out in that range, because you're only throwing low shots there anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only a frame difference.
Yeah. At least that, because if they jump there, you're gonna get jumped anyways. At least that one you have more reward if you land it. So
that's what I used to do in 4. That was one of my things in 5. Was I would use stand medium kick in conjunction with EX fireball because they were the same speed. So if I knew stand medium kick could hit you, then I also knew EX fireball would hit you because they're the same. You see what I'm saying? So I would just use them the same like that, like a replacement tool without me investing the bar.
It's like a Dawson thing. Like if I throwing fireball and then this guy's walk blocking, and then if I throw a fierce and then you end up walk blocking it. If I throw a medium kick there, you're gonna get hit. But it doesn't give much reward, so I have to do it closer so I can get to and be hit confirmed. But then if you're waiting there, I could throw back throwing fireballs or drill, etc. But so I was like, you have to have a lot of substitute to a fireball instead of just a fireball, you know?
Right.
Yeah. So like I think that's one way to do it with Sagat. I think so, but I'm not sure because I need to play him more. Yeah, I didn't really play like that until yesterday I played, but I haven't played today. So
yeah, I think he's a monster in Burnout from the stuff I was finding.
Yeah, he has potential for sure though, but he's definitely not top tier though. That's at least I know that, but he's definitely not a bad character also. You know.
Yeah, I can't say I can't say top. I don't think he's low tier. I can't say.
Definitely not low tier, but we know what low tier looks like.
Yeah.
Like fucking look at Elena. Okay, that's how you start low tier.
Yeah, I can't say, but I do think if my theory of how the character will be played at the highest level works out, I could see him being like top 8.
No way.
Yeah, I'm serious.
But I can see him like being like kind of like, you see how like DJ is, right? It's relevant, but like not common, you know? Like okay, like DJ, you know, like Terry, like relevant but not common, you know? I guess in the world, like in USA, fucking Terry is all over the place, right? So like, but like yeah, I feel like it's gonna be like that. It's like okay, like you know, like Ryu is really good on paper, but it's not necessarily that strong overall. Like when it comes to matchup spreads, that's why you don't see as much Ryu in the end of like high level tournaments, you know? Except for like Blaz, obviously, but Blaz did not make top 8 many tournaments now, even though he plays Ryu and Jamie, you know? Right. Yeah, it's because like there's the ranges that Ryu will struggle compared to like, you know, how Akuma or Terry would do, you know? So I think like I can see like Sagat like performing just as well as Ryu, you know, if that's the case. Like okay, Luke is pretty good. Like okay, right? Okay, good. I think he's like around that level, I think. Like relevant and not like whack. Can like kill people, you know? I think. Because like okay, like if you think about the matchups that you would fight at the end part of the tournament or closer to the end of it, that you're gonna be fighting Mai. I think you do good versus Mai.
I can see that.
Right? Okay. I don't know. I think you might like can you go 5-5 with Akuma? I don't know. We don't know that. We haven't seen a fucking high level of Akuma Sagat yet, right?
Right.
We don't know. Right? We don't know. But then like would you definitely lose to Cammy?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, I don't know too, right? Yeah. So but then what matchups would he do well? But he loses to Ed for sure.
Yeah, Ed, I could see that being like a. Yeah. I haven't played it yet.
To Ed. I don't know about JP. I think JP okay versus JP. Yeah.
JP, like, I could see him doing pretty good against JP.
Yeah, the JP one is not so hard because the fucking high shot just stops all this shit.
Yeah, you know? And that shit is like a fucking missile, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. So that one's like pretty not so bad. But aside from that one, I think what matchup are you gonna be fighting those characters at the end, right? And that matters. Yeah,
there's like what else? Jury. I think he's gonna fight Jury well. Jury's a pretty popular.
I think so too. Yeah.
So I think so. Rashid's not popular, but he's a character you will see deeper in brackets, right? With Gachi-kun, JB.
Yeah, I think he can fight that guy. He can fight Rashid for sure.
I could see that. And then, I'm not gonna lie, the Blanca matchup, like my initial impressions is it looks like it's gonna be hard for Blanca because he can't slide the low shot.
Wait, he can't?
No. Isn't that
I don't know if
crazy?
it's gonna be hard for Blanca because Blanca is not gonna play your style. He plays his own way.
Yeah, but here's the thing, like, yeah, he could do that. But then, like, all the aerial control Sagat has, he's not really going to be able to Blanca ball feint on Sagat because his DP goes mad fucking far. Right? Like,
yeah, but the Blanca is not gonna do that. He's just gonna walk straight you down.
yeah, but
And then
Sagat
he's
has the
gonna
buttons
do,
to
like,
fight him
jump.
doing that.
I know, but then he buffers some fucking random ass 2 MP. Your whip punishes are not that good.
But I mean, that's on
And
you
then
right at that point. You're letting him get into that
for sure,
range,
that's
right?
on you. Yeah, that's on you. Yeah, for
So
sure.
you just have to be better at that point. That's just a skill issue. So
Yeah, for sure. But like I'm saying, like I don't think you beat Blanca though.
I don't know, man. We'll see. That not sliding under fireball is huge because that's usually a staple in all the Blanca Sagat matchups over the years.
What Chun-Li is hard to fight actually.
Chun-Li?
Why? Yeah.
Makes sense for walk speed, right?
I only played like yesterday, so that's like.
Yeah, it's a day one, bro. You're day one playing against people that have thousands of hours playing that character.
I was doing Jinrai kicks, brother. That's what I was doing. So I got Jinrai kicks yesterday because I kind of want to learn how to use the Nexus, but not much. But I showed you some stuff that I found out, but it's not yet complete,
Yeah, I think that's gonna be like the point of leverage for that character is definitely the Nexus, and then it'll probably open up a lot of his Tiger Knee game because of the hyperfixation of somebody trying to stop the overhead, the high mix up or whatever's going on there. But we just gotta flush it out. There's a lot going on. It's not even been 24. Well, it has been 24 hours since he's been out.
It's not yet. Yeah, it's not 24 hours yet. Yeah.
So I mean,
yeah.
But
it's time to play some Sagat. Okay, let's go. Let's do it. Let's go do your book and Q&A.
Wait, what?
So I can go eat and then maybe play and then start streaming to play some Sagat.
Okay. All right. So we kind of missed one important discussion, bro, and it's my fault. EVO top 8, bro. We didn't.
Oh shit, that's right.
We could do that really. We could do that in like 10 minutes of talk.
So we're not gonna do the questions until next week again, huh?
No, we can bang that out really quick. I mean,
no, we cannot. We cannot. That's a lot to talk about. So you do the questions next week.
Do the questions next. Okay. I mean, all right.
Yeah, that's important, brother. The EVO top 8, bro.
Yeah, you're right.
We talked about EVO in the other games, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We gotta talk about. I can't skip.
No, we talked about EVO. We didn't talk about the EVO top 8.
The top 8. That's what I was saying. That's what I meant. Okay. So obviously that top 8 was a fucking bang. I don't know. People are saying it was like a lot of like up like 3-0s, but not.
That was the most stacked top 8 I've seen.
That was a fucking sick top 8. I was super into it, except for the My Mirror. That first game of Bashar.
Is like you got Fudo. I mean, everybody does world class,
Yep.
Like
Bashar.
Lashard. Then you got like obviously Kakaru, Xiaohai,
Mena, Phenom,
and
Mickey,
Phenom,
and Angry Bird. That was crazy.
Brother, Angry Bird is insane, bro. He's the only player in history that got top 8 EVO 3 years in a row. Think about that. Damn. Think about that, bro. Like, that is remarkable. Like, to get 3 EVO top 8s in a row, bro, in this game.
One of my favorite players, bro.
That is remarkable.
That's one of my favorite players.
I don't care what I don't give a fuck what anybody says how he lost in the top 8, but that dude did 3 top 8s in a row at EVO and winning 1. Let's not forget that.
Right.
Like that dude is consistent as shit. And he's mad scary. It's mad scary because I don't know what kind of Angry Bird is gonna show up, right? But Angry Bird is gonna be stubborn. He's gonna do his style that's like so overwhelming, and you just know if it's either he fucks you up or you might fuck him up, But most likely he fucking you up, kind of like that. You know what I'm saying, right? Yeah, but Mickey came prepared, and Angry Bird got overwhelmed and he lost, But yeah, Mickey was playing really good. I was surprised about that. Mickey's always been good though. But I didn't expect Mickey to basically get top 3 EVO, But I was super, super supportive and happy for that because it's the next generation,
Because you've been playing him when you were back in Asia, right?
Yeah. He always played though. That guy's really good, always.
So what was the winner's side was Kakaru versus Fudo?
Fudo, yeah. My predictions was really, really, really on point because my prediction was I had Kakaru or Mena to win EVO before EVO started. And I said that on stream. I said that I think they're the most favorite because they are basically, like every pro gets a certain they get to the highest level, but then it depends on who's currently at their peak at that. This is like a cycle. They become in rhythm or off rhythm, but it doesn't mean they lost their skill. They're just like not in top form. Right? Like so I kind of had Kakeru and Mena, but then obviously Fudo, was in top 8. It's like, damn, Fudo can actually win this Evo because Fudo does good versus Kakeru, and then he beat Mena at 2 Capcom Cups in a row as well, right? So that was like Fudo was the only problem, So like, yeah, but seeing like Fudo and Kakeru fighting the first time, I expected Fudo to win that because of how Topanga happened, with the Ed part. But then Kakeru basically beat him, and then he switched to DJ, which I felt that's an easier matchup for JP, anyways. And he beat him, and then you got Mena.
Wait. So when he beat Kakeru at Topanga League, it was with Ed.
Ed and some DJ, but it was primarily a lot of Ed as well.
Yeah, I don't know why he switched. It looked so good, man. Like I didn't understand.
Yeah, me too.
I think he overthought it. Honestly, I was kind of upset.
I'm not gonna doubt his decision making because he played against Kakeru many times. So it could have been like they run some sets after Topanga, and then his Ed kind of like weren't doing good, right? It could have been, right? We don't know the full backstory of it, right?
Yeah,
but like
it's fair.
But Fudo's a champion, is a winner, and I'm sure he made the decision that that he felt that's gonna give him the best chance overall. I think
that's valid. That's valid.
Yeah.
It's just like because it looks so good. Like I can understand sometimes, you don't that first game could be so important, especially in a tournament of that magnitude. I imagine, but he looked so dominant the first like 70% of that match, and then it's just like little small things would like Kakeru was really good at capitalizing on small mistakes, right? It wasn't like Kakeru was destroying him in neutral. Oh,
totally. Yeah.
That's why I was like, I just wish he stayed with it, man. Because I think Fudo.
Yeah, I thought so too. Because I feel like Ed was pretty good versus JP anyway.
Yeah. And once Fudo lost to Kakeru, I just was like, I wanted Mena to win for sure. But once Fudo lost, I was like,
I want Mena to win from the start. But I
said because Fudo was the biggest wild card because he fucked Mena up the last time they played. So much so that
it was first to 2 though. It was first to 2. That's kind of different. Come on.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. It's just like you never really see Mena tweet about like somebody overwhelming him. You know what I'm saying? That's like crazy.
Yeah.
Like whoa.
But that's also why he's a winner because he acknowledges the times that he felt not as strong, right?
That's fair. That's true.
Yeah.
But you just don't ever see that. Like when
totally.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I was like, shit.
Yeah. Totally.
So that was like the only person I was really concerned for. But I was like, if he meets Kakeru, it might be close, but I felt like Mena just had the psychological edge.
Oh, totally. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Think so.
So I figured that was what was going to happen. Happened exactly. The Phenom Mena set was pretty good. I thought it was pretty good despite it being 3-1. It was 3-1, right?
Yeah, it was 3-1, yeah.
But it was a pretty good 3-1.
I felt that Phenom was like, obviously has a chance. I just felt like there's no way he's going to beat Mena because, like the Mena and Punk saga that's happening. Like, I'm pretty sure like Mena trained for Punk, right? Practice that matchup nonstop, So I felt like any other Cammy that runs into Mena was over, except for Punk, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think like I was expecting Punk to get top 8. He was so close to it. He was just one game away.
Literally,
But for him to get 9th there was so amazing. Also, it shows like how amazing Punk is.
And he had to lose to Lashar, who was arguably the best player in the world leading up to that.
Right? Yeah. So yeah, that's why like people like saying like, oh, Punk didn't make top 8. Like, brother, do you understand how difficult to get to top 8 there? That is like so difficult. Like Punk got top 8 the first year and then wins right after, and then now getting 9th. That is so consistent in Street Fighter 6, bro. Yeah. So like I'm saying but Punk not getting top 8, bro. Man, it's like he can't do that. He can't do it every time, But my man is just so good.
Yeah, we all know he's at least capable of it. So it's better than
absolutely.
That's better than what most people can say, right? Like, so who gives a fuck?
Yeah, he's amazing. Yeah, he's amazing. Yeah, like so. I was saying like, just watch out next year. Punk is gonna come back with like full vengeance, like because like Punk is so strong. He's never been like weak ever, too. Like so now you're gonna see like the Punk Mena saga continue, and I just can't wait for that because those two are 2 winners, right? The best winners we've had in USA, like in NA region for so long, right? Those two, So Like I can't wait for them to kind of duke it out and they write another chapter between their rivalry. Yeah. But then like you see the loser side, the Lashar versus Xiaohai. Did you see that match? Did you see
the first one? I didn't.
Blunder?
I fell asleep the first game.
But did you see the Lashar blunder? He knocked him down, and then like he's down 2-1 or something, and then he went for a drive rush to MP and then DI, and Xiaohai's burnt out on the first knockdown attempt. I was like, brother, he really went for the most obvious DI setup in history, and he really DI'd Xiaohai, and Xiaohai just level 1 and he died. So he basically all in there. I couldn't really think about any other mind game about it. He didn't even become slick about it. If he did like drive rush to MP and then wait and then DI, that would respect that. You know what I'm saying? But like drive rush to MP then DI right away, brother. Come on, like nobody was gonna get like if you see how the DI setup happened, you'll know that nobody in the pro level will ever get hit by it. Because like the pro would be buffering after they get hit by the super, right? They're gonna be buffering like a super input after blocking any normal, right? Just in case you might DI cancel. But that one's way easier to buffer because it's a drive rush normal.
Yeah, and then that way you just react to the contact and then buffer again, and then you super.
Yeah, right? It's pretty easy. It's like the easiest DI to basically check with a super, and he did it to Xiaohai of all people. And he lost that way. So I was actually surprised that he actually did that. I'm sure maybe they have different maybe they're layer 7 that they have other mind game, that we do not know of. But man, that from that without knowing the context is just so weird to see.
So then what was the other side? Oh, we already talked about Mickey and Angry Bird. And then it was Fudo versus Mickey. Oh, that was a good set, bro.
That was a close one too.
That was a really good set. So there was an interaction at the end I wanted to ask you about. Remember, he had Mickey in burnout in the corner. He could have 100% took the super. I think he should have DI'd him, took the super. He should have
DI'd already.
Yeah.
Yes, and win.
And then he wins because he goes back to neutral. Like,
yes.
Right? Yeah. Like, it was...
I mean, they had different, like, obviously at that time, maybe, like...
Nerves? Maybe?
I don't know. No, I don't think the nerves made a difference there because that is as a veteran, he's just not gonna have that. He just picked a... I don't think he made a bad choice, right? It's not a bad choice. He just didn't pick the other option, basically,
Right.
It just didn't work out, I don't think that was a bad choice, not to go for DI there, right? I don't think it's a bad choice, because I think he chose to contain, but then he missed the contain, right? The like Mickey was able to jump out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where the fault was. It's not because the DI, it's like because he let him jump out in that sense, and wasn't ready to AA with the jump back. Because it has to be an anti-air jump back normal for that. If your goal was to contain, it should be a jump back normal, right? If as Ed, because his DP is 10 frames, right?
Yeah, because what do? He did like double fireball, right? And then he threw him and he jumped out or some shit. Some fucking...
And then he walked forward and then he jumping short. And then, he's out of the corner. Yeah, basically happened. Yeah. So it's just like he picked a different option. It wasn't a bad choice, but and then it snowballed from there.
Yeah. But there, you like in hindsight, the DI and take the super makes sense because he had enough health, right?
Oh, absolutely. That's also a great decision as well, I mean, both choice, though, is valid, right? It's just that he picked the other option, Yeah,
at least me, preferably, I would prefer the math of you're playing, a strong neutral character with the fireball, and they're going to be in burnout. They're not going to be able to follow up pressure because,
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
A great decision, too. Yeah. Both choices are valid. It's just like the other one is like, I'll always prefer the other one, too, when you said. It's like, okay, you DI me here, but then you don't have any more meter. It's okay. But then now I'm okay. Like, you won't really die from a level 1 because you're ahead, So I would take that instead.
That's why I love this game is shit like that. Like that process of thinking is amazing. Like that, like what you just said of just like, being able to think of both the repercussions and
both areas are good. It wasn't that no bad decisions was made there. It was a misexecution on trying to AA like after that, right? That's where the loss happened, right? You know, he didn't get the jump back normal instead,
right?
So he got jumped in.
Oh yeah, true.
That's where the loss happened, not necessarily like the choice that he picked to DI there instead, Like, but I think it's a higher EV to pick the DI though, go for DI. It's a higher EV for sure.
So then, what was the other side? It was Xiaohai versus Phenom.
Xiaohai Phenom. Oh, the Xiaohai Phenom No. I think, yeah, it should be Shanghai Phenom, right?
It should be, right? Yeah. Right?
Yeah, Shanghai beating Phenom. Yeah, Shanghai beating Phenom with Mai. Yeah, that was 3-1, I think. I didn't really pay attention to that match, actually. I don't know why.
Yeah, Phenom beat him because Phenom played Mickey in the mirror match.
Yeah. Yeah, I think... Oh, that was close. I didn't pay attention to that match, to be fair. And then you got a Cammy mirror. Right? And then Mickey winning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was...
Mickey played super solid and clutch. And that was awesome.
Yeah, it was that was pretty good. And then, you know, obviously the winners finals and grand finals was a fucking speed run of
yeah, I mean,
bruh.
That's like, okay,
AGDQ MenaRD.
I was saying, like, this, right? Obviously Mena dominated. It was they actually set history there as the fastest EVO finals in history in modern Street Fighter era. If you think about every grand finals at EVO Grand Finals in general has been so entertaining, right? Always last game, last round, reset. This is the first time. It's like 6 straight rounds, destruction, right? But if you look at that, would you say like Kakeru is free? No, it's just like Mena is up a layer and a half or something, and then Kakeru is trying to get composure, get composed in a very chaotic environment, you know?
Yeah, high pressure, like, and he has the fucking threat of losing the tournament.
Yes, so like Mena capitalized of that one and knowing like how to, you know, which buttons to press at that point, you know. So it was a really good strategy overall. And then like, but Mena clearly had so many specifics, you know, so many specifics for Kakeru, and Kakeru had no specifics for Mena. He was mostly playing general strategy. Yeah. Don't want to talk much about it, but yeah, you know, without giving it much, but yeah, but that was like, that's guaranteed. There's no way Mena loses to that one. Like, because he already had the mental edge too for the EVO Japan.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
He had him fucked already from the start.
But I was hyped though because Kakeru stood there and waited for him. That I was like, okay, that was pretty sick. Because then I was like, okay, Kakeru's not shook, right?
Yeah,
that was pretty dope. I was hyped to see that.
Yeah,
you know,
he was shook, brother. That motherfucker was swallowing his saliva, brother. I could see the fucking Adam's apple, brother. You know, motherfucker was not comfortable, bro. Brother, you gotta pay attention to the body language, brother. That shit is everything.
Description.
like, okay, check this out. He did like, all right, if he just did one thing, the match would have been so different. But you can't really talk about it because I don't want to spill a lot of details.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, with Kakeru is so good. How he beat everybody, but he only lost to Mena, right? And that match that they had was like, who's the Street Fighter 6 GOAT match? Imagine if Kakeru would have won EVO, he would be the first player in history to win the Triple Crown. Meaning, winning an EWC, because he won Gamers 8, right? Winning a Capcom Cup and winning EVO, brother. That's like the first Triple Crown winner we've had, okay? If Mena wins, he's just the undisputed GOAT of modern Street Fighter. Because he's 2-time Capcom Cup champion, won Street Fighter League USA, the world, right? He won fucking back-to-back EVO Japan, and then the only one, by the way, and then now winning EVO World, brother. What else he hasn't won? Like, he won everything at this point, except for like, I guess EWC. Yeah. So like, if Mena basically has the best resume out of any player in the modern Street Fighter era, better than Tokido, better than like anybody you can think about in the modern Street Fighter era. Yes. So like, he's the GOAT, right? So like, that match was like, so like, it's a lot of things were like basically up for grabs in that match. You know, like, not to mention Mena got second at EVO, you know, the first one, right? Losing to Angerbert. You know, that's a positive resume. But that, if you look at Kakeru, he got second, and he got fourth at the first EVO. He got fourth, and he got second, wins Capcom Cup.
Bro, right? It's so funny because
that's like so insane resume.
Yeah, so I remember I don't remember if I was driving him back home. This is after Mena lost the first EVO. I don't remember if I was driving him back to his house, or because he lives in Mass, right? So we hang out, and I forgot if I was driving him to his house. We were just chilling. It was me, him, and a couple friends. And I remember he was on the back seat, and he was like, "Yo, fuck, bro, I just lost EVO," and I was like, man, it's alright, you're gonna get one day. You know what I'm saying? And then it's just like, but it's funny though, because it's like, I know, I know, because he told me, he was like, when he saw Angry Bird like win, he felt happy because it was, you know, like somebody he really cares about.
Yeah. Yes.
But then when he was like walking away, or, you know, the time away from that moment, it started to hit him like, yo, what the fuck? I lost EVO. You know what I'm saying? And
that's the worst feeling, because I lost EVO. That shit hurts.
Oh, when you lost to Justin, right?
So much more. Yeah, when I lost to Justin, you know, and I could have won two EVOs, the only one there. But then I lost to Justin with the comeback. Like I was so happy after that. I hugged Justin. You know, he's my big bro, so I was happy for him. But then after that one, going to the hotel, going up, I didn't want to eat with anybody. I'm going up to my room with no plans. Usually, you just party with everybody, you know. Like no, I just went to my room. Did not want to go down. My boys are all looking for me. I locked the fucking everything because we were saying it's sweet. No, locked everything. Don't fucking talk to me. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I think I didn't talk to anybody. Like, I didn't want to talk to anybody. I was just like, I don't want to fucking eat. I don't want to deal with anybody. I turn off my phone. I just don't want to do anything. Because it was so close, you know? And that shit hurts. It's so much more worse. Like I mean, you don't win that. Than like winning. Like the highs of winning and the lows of losing, brother. The lows, bro. Oh my god, bro. That is so depressing. It's like, dude. It's like you don't even want to practice right away because there's nothing to play for, because you just want to get to the grand finals again, right?
Oh, that sucks.
It's like, so you don't even want to practice because there's no reason to practice, right? And then like one of my boys got into the room anyways, because obviously they got the key. It doesn't matter if you lock a bunch of shit, they're gonna get in, right? So the boys was like, bro, come on, get out, man. It's all good. Yeah, it's all good, but I'm not happy. What are we gonna do? It's like, no, we're gonna go to the money match room. It's like, money match room? What the fuck? I ain't about to fucking associate myself with those bunch of fucking losers. I was so mad. I said that. I don't want to deal with the fucking bums, brother. I don't want to talk to anybody, okay? I don't want to do that, okay? Money match, everybody's free money. I do not want to deal with this shit ever, okay? I want to go home. I need to get a ticket, like that. But then I was like, then my friend told me, like, yeah, go home for what? What are you gonna do? Stream? It's like, that's true. What am I? Yeah, I don't know. But there's nothing else to do. Obviously, my friend had a better idea. So he decided, like, you know what? We're going to do something else. So just go dress up. Then, you know, he took me to some places that's like really happy, that had took my mind off fighting games for a second. You know what I'm saying? So that was a great one. But that was like the only thing that I felt that was the best cure for that for the moment. Took me to some happy places like a Disneyland. You know what I'm saying? I had like many rides. You know, I got some, you know, all that stuff. But that was like the most painful part ever. Oh my god, I hated that feeling. I hated that. I felt like I always think about that too. Yeah.
Oh man,
it's the worst. This was the worst. Yeah.
So, yeah, that basically, I mean, that's it for us with the stream. I mean, there is actually, I could do two things really quick. Book of the week. It was really quick, champ. It's only gonna take me a couple seconds.
Oh, go ahead.
Letting go. All right, this is
letting go, huh? You have to troll me, huh? Letting it go. But I'm never letting that go.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not as That's a bar. Write it down, champ. All right, so this is one of my favorite spiritual authors. I've actually had one of his books on here, Power versus Force. I believe it was like episode 2 or some shit. But this is another book of his. All right, it's Letting Go, the Pathway of Surrender. Surrendering. A common misconception of letting go is people thinking of like giving up and just like, you know, being apathetic. But it's actually a really dope way of reclaiming your power and focusing on what is actually in your control. This book does an excellent job of getting into that. Highly recommend this book for any people that are into spirituality or into ego shedding, things like that, self-awareness. Super dope book. I love this author's books. I'm telling you guys, this is why I have more than one of his books. Letting Go, get your hands on this. Let me know how it goes, guys. I got a book channel in the Discord. And before we go, I want to just do this one question.
I have to share a story, actually. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, there's one question in the channel for today, and I'm going to close this. It's, what compliment or observation from an opponent, mentor, or viewer would be the most meaningful to you? For me, personally, it's when somebody somebody watches me and then tells me that, like, they didn't know that was possible. They didn't know if a character could win, a situation could be solved. They get inspired, and then they decide to work hard on whatever it is that they do inside of the game, outside of the game, just because they see me working hard. That shit gives me life. That makes me feel good about when I play. I feel like I'm inspiring people through the way I play, and I'm trying to paint the most beautiful Street Fighter imaginable while I'm trying to win. So that's what makes me feel a lot of meaning in my day-to-day journey playing this game. So a lot of people come up to me at EVO and just giving me compliments, telling me how much they've loved my content or they support me.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Or people telling me, one dude told me that him and his girlfriend watch my content and she uses my video like advice on anxiety whenever she feels anxious.
Awesome.
You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that.
Awesome. Yeah.
You know, I get salty when I lose, and that's good because I care. And then instead of letting it deflate me, you know, that's why I got so much love for Champ, because Champ's like the big bro who tells me, yo, spend that 10 seconds, but then pick your pants back up and fucking get moving, right? So it helps me a lot just to remind myself like of what I have accomplished and shit like that. So that's what holds a really good place in my heart when I hear stuff like that. So what about you, Champ? Anything that you love?
Well, there's a lot of stuff. I appreciate all the like compliments here and there, but like there's like I felt like the most meaningful to me was I shared a story before, where I was like, I was at EVO, and then I had a meet and greet, so I met a lot of fans, whatever, and it was like all like 13, 14, 15-year-old, like that's why I changed my persona. So I was like, you know what, no more bad boy F Champ, because it's really bad influence, because like I didn't know my audience was not just Marvel players. It was like younger Street Fighter generation. Okay, no more, I guess it's to be really me. So I stopped playing the bad boy role for so long, but then like, and then after that, like this like doing Street Fighter 5 era, and then like the parents of the kids actually reached out to me because like they wanted me to coach the kid. Okay, so I was coaching this kid. It's like his name is Little Chris, and I was coaching this kid. He was trying to get into fighting games, learning. So I was coaching the kid, yada yada. And then after like a few months, and like I was encouraging the kid to kind of like start to maybe like this should go to tournaments, whatever. He say he doesn't feel ready. It's like okay, whatever. So we still keep working on his game. Like a few months later, I was like maybe 8 months or so. I got really close, obviously, to the kid, because like I'm like his big brother. He talked to me about his like the stuff like in school that happened before, all these little stuff. And then after a while, I didn't get any messages from the kid. We had so many sessions that still got to do, and then I found out that the kid passed away. Oh my god, I feel like I'm gonna cry again. It's like I got really close to this kid, I swear, and because I did not know the kid had cancer, but he chose to play fighting games with me and learn fighting games with me, and it was the last few years. But the parents never told me, and he never told me because they didn't want me to treat him any different. They want me to treat him normal. So that's the time I stopped coaching, because that really affected me so much more than anything. So I stopped coaching for a bit because that really hurt my heart, because I really cared for that kid. I really miss that kid. But yeah, so that's the time where I felt that, damn, that's so crazy. Life is too short, Yes. So that was like, I would say meaningful, but yet so painful, because like I get to spend the last few days of that kid's life, to play fighting games.
Wow.
Yeah, I feel like, oh my god, I feel like I'm gonna cry again. Just think about that, because that was so powerful. That they chose me to, to spend time to play fighting games with me, to learn fighting games with me for the last few years, or days, or months, whatever it could be, a few times. Yeah, and I still in contact here and there with the parents, so really good relationship. So it's that, but yeah, it's just rough every time I think about that. Kid's young.
Yeah, I mean, you've been an incredible spirit in this community, bro. Like
so much. Oh my god, that's so painful. Brother Dar said that really broke me. I swear, that really broke me, bro. Oh my god, the kid got so good too. It's like, oh my god, that really broke me. Cause like, oh man, that was so crazy. Every time I think about that, like, damn, like life is too short. I gotta just be more positive. Cause like that dude, like fought. But like he chose to play fighting games, bro. Think about that, dude. Fighting games. Man.
Yeah. I don't know, yep, Champ. I appreciate you. You already know that. I love you for life, man. And I'm very grateful that I can be under, your tutelage. I could be your friend, your brother, you know what I'm saying? Your rival.
Yep. My Nintendo bot.
You're my favorite Nintendo bot. You know, sometimes I feel like I should fucking put a virus in your firmware or some shit. But you know, I appreciate you, and this is gonna be. God. You're not gonna get one of these lovey-dovey sections for another 10 episodes, okay? But you're gonna. It's all good, man. Just, you know, I mean, I'm gonna give it to you tonight because you know it's good to give you your flowers. One of my favorite players ever, one of my favorite people ever. More importantly, you know, I'm so grateful I got to know this guy, and if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be doing this. He put the pressure on me and told me, Zaf, you know what the people want. You can't be flaming. You can't be flaky. You got to be consistent. So he makes me a better man. You know?
Do you remember that first DM you sent me?
No.
You don't remember? Before Street Fighter 6 was announced. When it was announced, when it's about gonna come out. You didn't remember your first DM?
Oh, when I was like, yo, I wanna train with you. You're like, yeah, but like I kind of train with a lot of people. Fuck you, you little bitch. And then you just like, you just kicked me out of your DMs. Yeah, I do remember that, you piece of shit. Actually, I take back everything I just fucking said. What the fuck? Why are we working together?
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you're sure you didn't.
I don't want to read it. I don't want to read it, but it's like so nice and sweet what you said.
What did I not read it? Read what I said.
Okay. Hey Ryan, out of everyone in the scene, I love to train the most alongside with you in SF6. I know you're one of the few who's structured alongside having deliberate volume in your training. Okay, so sharing organized notes with you would be a dream come true. Seriously, I'd make sure you will be the greatest version of yourself. Okay, so I responded, hey man, how's it going? I love the passion that you're showing, exclamation point. Anyways, I'm not really sure how I would have the time to do that with you. I said that even though I'm always about sharing. Okay, but right now I have so much on my plate, and I'm sure once the game comes out, I'll be even more busy with my students and myself learning the game. But overall, good luck with you, and I'm always here for any random question. Much love and take care. That's what I said.
What a piece of shit.
That's so respectful. Oh my god. Good, but look, this is before Street Fighter 6. I was so busy already. Like, imagine if S6 came out, and that's like even more busy.
Yo, you curve me like a light-skinned woman. That's fucking crazy.
No, so there's, and then like obviously you messaged me like around June 26th of 2023, showing me some tech. Oh my god, that's really nice. And then you're saying like you can't really chat that in my Twitch.
Oh yeah, because I was fucking banned.
And he said you were banned.
I was banned in his Twitch. Yo, he curved me and he banned me, so I could never fucking.
That is not true.
Yeah, I said,
brother, no one will ever ban you in my chat.
Talking his fucking. You see that shit? You see that shit, chat? Motherfucker curved me in his DMs, and then he fucking bans me in his chat, so I could never fucking talk to him.
That's not true. I said nobody will ever ban you.
That's not fucking crazy.
And then you said, by the way, you messaged me every other day there, and I didn't respond. You still messaged me on the June 27th, July 1st, July 18th, and then I finally responded. What the fuck is wrong with your Twitch?
You see? What the fuck is wrong with your Twitch? What he meant by, see, that's code. What he's saying is, why the fuck didn't your computer blow up so you could never fucking type to me again? That's what he really meant.
I was busy by the. I was
fucking horseshit. Whatever.
But yeah, but it's the truth.
Anyways.
But see, now it comes full circle. Now we're doing it.
Yeah, it's funny how life works, huh? I ended up fucking getting what I wanted, and I regret every second of it. Anyways.
And then you start sending me videos, clips on like your match versus different players.
Oh my god! You rejected me again? Yeah, what did you say this time?
To review them things and stuff, but I rejected a lot of them until I said yes to a few, and then you just stuck there. Yeah.
I was like the annoying little brother. Hey, will you bring me outside? Can you bring me outside,
please? The persistence was amazing.
I was fucking stubborn. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, bro.
I respect that though. That shit was awesome.
100%. I got some fucking dreams, damn it, and I'm gonna build some people's dreams, and yours is one of them. All right. Anyways, love you guys. Peace out.
Peace.